what you do on the weekend will determine either you're gonna win or you're gonna lose the coming week. And most traders they take weekends for granted, but professional traders they use weekends to plan their week ahead, right? So look at like this, right? If you have a business, right, before you start a week, you wanna plan it, you wanna know everything, you wanna plan it before the week, right? You wanna know, okay, my business is starting, you want to have a clear plan of what you're going to do in the upcoming week. And that's exactly what professional traders do. They treat Forex as a business. So you want to know everything. You want to plan everything. You want to plan everything before the event, before you even start the week. You understand? And what do you plan exactly? You want to sit down by yourself, all right? And then you're going to check your account balance, and then you want to know which lot size are you going to be doing, right? Because you don't want to trade it with the random lot size when the market open. So you want to be able to know, okay, I'm going to be risking 1% or 2% per trade the whole week, and then which lot size am I going to be using, and then you actually know, okay, I'm going to be using 0.1, right? So, and make sure that you use the same lot size the entire week, because you want to be able to actually know your strategy. You want to be able to see the win rates of your strategy. So if you use a different random lot size, you are not going to know your strategy and your win ratio and your risk to reward ratio. You understand? It's gonna be hard for you to understand all that. So you need to use weekend to plan it, to know exactly which lot size are you gonna use next week, right? So you wanna start a week, you already know exactly what to do. You understand? Because you don't wanna be surprised. Most people they actually like just sit back and relax and then wait for the market to happen. And what's gonna happen is when the market open, when you start trading, because you don't know the lot size that you're gonna use, you're actually gonna use a random lot size and put your stop loss. And when the market go against you, let's say you hit stop loss and you lose a certain amount, you're gonna be surprised. You'll be like, damn, so I actually lost a lot more than I was expecting. Now it was because you didn't plan, you didn't see that coming. So make sure that you plan your week on the weekends. Like right now, we on a weekend. It's a Saturday and it's a Sunday, and the market is opening soon. So I'm actually planning. I'm actually reviewing my past trades, and then planning the trade the week that's coming. And also, you wanna plan and you wanna know which pair are you gonna trade, right? So just to choose one or two pairs that you're gonna trade. You're gonna choose. But personally, I only trade gold, so I already know, okay, it's only gold that I'm gonna trade, right? And then make sure that you know which pair you're gonna use, you're gonna trade. And plus, you wanna put yourself in a contract, right? So you wanna sit down and tell yourself, all right, I'm actually going to follow my plan, right? I'm only going to take 1 to 2 trades per session, or and a maximum 2 trades, right? And tell yourself, if the before the week start, you already tell yourself, this is what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to do this the entire week. I'm not going to cheat on my strategy. I'm not going to cheat on myself, because at the end of the day, you don't want to be everywhere. You want to follow the rules every single day. That's why you need to use weekend on your advantage. The market is sleeping, the market is just closed. That's the best time for you to plan everything. That's when you actually sit down and plan the map. Where are you going and what you're gonna be doing that week? And that's how you actually gonna be different from others. You plan before you actually go. So, and you already know exactly what you're gonna be looking. And when you see a setup, you don't have to second guess. When you see a setup, you just strike. So you have to use the weekend on your advantage. You understand? That's why I'm telling you guys, most traders they don't do that. They actually use weekend to relax, to sleep in, and when the market open, they don't know what to do. And you don't want to be that person. You want to be sure of what you are going to do when the market open. You know what I mean? Make sure that you know exactly what you're going to do. And now let's talk about the pair. I already tell you need to choose a pair that you're gonna trade. For me, I trade only gold, and I will recommend people to actually choose one pair. But if you feel like trading multiple pairs, it's good for you, and then keep doing it. I can't speak on that, but I feel like trading one pair is actually gonna help you. Your mind is gonna be relaxed. You're not gonna be exposed to too many things. it's actually easy to master one pair than trying to master 100 of them, so that's just it. And also you want to make sure that you know exactly what are you expecting when the market open, because that's exactly what we're doing here. You actually want to make sure that if you're trading gold just like me right now, we want to see what are we expecting on gold, and we want to read the market, guys, because on the weekend is the time to read the market. You want to sit down and read what happened last week, and what are we expecting exactly, like what's happening in the market, right? So like right now, let's just go on the chart so that I can show you exactly what I'm seeing on the gold right now, because I'm a gold trader. So, and on let's start from daily time frame, because daily time frame is where everything started as a day trader. I'm a day trader, so I'm gonna start from daily, so you can see. So on a daily time frame, right? So what I'm actually gonna look, I don't do too much. I'm actually gonna just check the overall trend. I'm seeing the market is dropping, right? Was dropping for the past few week, few weeks, last week, few days, right? The market has been dropping, but here we can see that the last candlestick is a bullish. The last candlestick is bullish. That one simply tells you that the market overall trend is down, is going down, but the current candlestick is going up, right? And that simply shows you that on all the lower time frame, we're gonna see the market going up, So, and you can start with the 4 hour time frame so that you can see what is happening. Now let's go on the 4 hour. Yes, 4 hour time frame, guys. So on a 4 hour time frame, it's the same thing that we saw. We see that the market was going low, 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 high, low, 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 high, low, 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 high, but the market has changed the direction from low, 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 high, and now it's going high, 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 low, high, 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 low. But the market hasn't broken this lower high, the swing high, right? The market hasn't break this one. So like we said, the overall trend is a down, right? So it's not going to be a surprise if the market goes down. So here what we're going to do is, if the market to break this one, and then we're actually going to continue with the trend which is going down, right? But if the market goes up and break this lower high, right, we're actually going to look for an entry, right? Just wait for a retest, and then we're gonna go up with the trade, right? So now you already see the bigger picture. That one is the bigger picture is already clear. And if you switch on a 1 hour, I think it's gonna be the same thing, right? It's gonna be the same thing. The market has been going down, as you can see, the market has been going down, but this time around the market has failed to go down. It's not going down due to the candlestick on a daily time frame. But remember, on a daily time frame the market is dropping, but the candlestick that's going up is just maybe just going up, but the market still can go down, right? So you need to keep that in mind. You don't want to get caught up into that. The overall trend here we are selling is going down, right? But again, we have the structures already on the 4 hour. If the market break that structure going up, and then we're gonna start going up. And again, you're gonna put your stop loss, and a tip is just to always be safe. That's the beauty of it. And here, as you can show on a 1 hour time frame, right? On a 1 hour time frame, and remember, on a daily, the market is doing what it's going. It's in the middle, right? I can say, let's go back on a 4 hour. On a 4 hour, we can see that the market is going up, but the market has failed to reach here, right? So high, 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 low, high, 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 low, high, high, but it hasn't gone up to form a new high, high. So if the market go up and break this high, high, and then we're actually going to consider the market to go up, we're actually going to look for a buy opportunity. So now on a daily time frame, what is happening? The market is also failing to go up. As here we can see that the market hasn't gone up to form a new lower high, and here the market is just here. Here on the daily, on a 1 hour time frame, right? The market was going low, 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 high, low, 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 high, low, 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 high, low, low, and also the market just changed the direction from low, 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 to low, high, low, 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 high, low, 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 high, low, low. So here, if the market goes up to break this one again, we're actually gonna open a buy position, right? Because it's the same thing that we are seeing on a 4 hour time frame. If the market break up, we buy it, because the candlestick on a daily time frame is going up, right? It's the same thing that we're gonna do here. So if the market break this one here, we're actually gonna look for a buy, right? It's as simple as that. But if the market continues going down and forming lower low, the way it's doing right now, let me just delete this. If the market continues going down, lower, if it start forming lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and then we're actually gonna sell because overall trend is selling. And if we, as a traders, trend is our friend. If the market start moving on a clean high, low, 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 high, low, 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 high, we're actually gonna open a sell position because the overall trend is a sell. And here it's forming a clean low, 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 high, and that's exactly what we do look for. And if we actually the market give us the green lights, then we can actually switch on a smaller time frame for entries. And what you do, you just switch on a 5 minute time frame or 1 minute, and then you actually put your zones. Let's say this is the zone, right? This is the zone here. So on a 5 minute time frame, and this is the zone that we talk about on a 4 hour. So these are two zones that we are looking for, right? If the market goes down, forming low, 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 high, low, 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 high, and then we actually, if the market break that zone at the pullback of this zone, then we can open a sell position and just keep holding. And the same thing, if the market break up, it's gonna pull back, and then we buy, and then we keep holding. You know what I mean? So it's just as simple as that. So now you already know, you already have at least a an idea what you're gonna be looking when the market open. So you don't want to start a week just blind, guys. Like, come on, you don't want to do that. Please, 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 I'm begging you. So make sure that you start a week plan. If you fail to plan, you are planning to fail. Because at the end of the day, you want to plan, you want to have a clean structure of your week, man. You want to have a map like this. It's like you are going to Joburg, you are going somewhere, right? And you never been there before. What you're gonna do is just to put a map so that you don't want to get lost. You want to be like, oh, cruising and then checking the map a little bit. Be like, okay, oh, I'm gonna turn left, turn right, turn, go straight. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. And then that's the map for a trader on a weekend. That's when you take your phone to put a map. You take your phone, that's when you'll be like, okay, I'm going to this location, boom. On a weekend before you start, boom. Now when the market open, you already know the way, you know where you're going exactly. Simple as that. But now you didn't put the map, and now you're on all the way you are riding, right? You are going, and now you see the too many ways. This one is going left, the right, 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 right. When you are already at the spot, you're gonna get confused. You're gonna be like, oh, where should I go? And when you are trying to figure things out, that's when things can happen. You can do accidents, you can get lost, you can go in a wrong direction, anything can happen. And it's the same thing. If you didn't plan, and when you start trading, you like, oh, I see a good opportunity, let me buy. You don't know which lot size to use. Now you're using any lot size, and when the market go against you, you lose the more money that you do than what you was expecting. You start panicking, and that's when overtraders start. You start doing random things because you're already in a field. You are confused, you don't know what to do. And that's when you see people, they can have money from Monday, make money on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. When it comes to Friday, they blow it off. They blow all the money. Now it's because they didn't have a clean plan again. Because if you already win 2 days, 3 days of the week, there is no way you're gonna end the week in a loss. There is no way, unless your planning was just not planning at all. So that's just, again, I just wanted to keep that one over there. Make sure that you plan a week before anything is very important. And we have a VIP group. If you want to learn and earn at the same time, every trader that I take personally, I share it on a VIP group so that we eat with the gang. We eat as a family. We are family here again. So that's just it. But if you don't want to join a VIP group, you still can join our free Telegram group to learn more, because you're gonna learn. You're gonna be in a group where it's a genuine group. I share insights, I share knowledge, I share, what I'm saying, and you're gonna learn a lot of things when you're in a free Telegram group. The link will be down below in the description. Join the free Telegram group. And if you wanna go to VIP, you wanna earn, it's easy when you're in a free Telegram group. There is a pin message. Just say join a free Telegram, join the VIP, and it's a few steps, and then you can actually be part of our VIP group, man. That's just it, guys. So just wanted to make that quick video to let you guys know. Plan your week ahead. Don't take weekend for granted. Make sure that you plan everything before you start a week. And that's just it, guys.